Over his head, some fluky breezes for them down there. Davies handballs to space. Melbourne should get there first. Johnston leaves it for Heffernan. He's tied up. Whelan back for Travis Johnston. On the left, delivers inside 50. Uze drops it, has time to steady. On the non-preferred, clever. Bruce takes the mark. Thought about playing on. We'll go back and have a shot at goal.
Well, that's the brilliance of Adam Uze right there. Encapsulated in about 10 seconds of play. He did fumble and he swung around onto his right foot, but he knew he wasn't going to make it, so he just dobbed it into space where he instinctively knew that Cameron Bruce would be tracking.
Missed the grand final back in 2000 in his first season of league footy. Cameron Bruce now on not too far away of 100 games for his first goal today. He's got it. Cheer squad happy at one end, MCC members delighted at the other. Demons by 13 points.
I've just noticed in those last few passages of play there, the Carlton players just falling off the tackles. It's important when you get the opportunity to put some pressure on, you're able to do that. But as you called it, great vision and awareness to realise. Could have gone to the top of the square out of Uze, but that was terrific, unselfish play and a great finish by Cameron Bruce.
Gee, when you get a Jamar and Jolly back into this side, give them another 20 or 30 or 50 games experience.
Carlton chasing tail here. Rivers long to half forward for Robertson. In front, Davey, a live wire. 55 out, gets support, goes to Bruce. Wonderful play. Oh, how was Aaron Davey overlooked for so long in the VFL?
That's a difficult question to answer, Clinton, and I think the recruiting managers are all a bit embarrassed about it. Perhaps they didn't think that he would settle into the Melbourne environment, but he's such an exciting machine. And if you look around and you look at St Kilda, there's no reason. And I said a couple of minutes ago about having to wait a year or so, but there's no reason with Rivers and a couple of other exciting kids why they can't do it right now.
Bruce has got his second. Melbourne get the jump. They lead by 19 points.
Well, experience is one factor we always consider as vital in premierships, etc. Wayne, and I mean, you at the Kangaroos, you were a pretty young group when you first came through, and right now with St Kilda winning, beating Brisbane, they're one of the younger sides in the competition. If you get the balance right, there's no limitations.
Oh, absolutely. And I think what we're seeing the benefits at that side is the fact of a number of players coming through together at the one time and all developing as a collective group, and that's certainly putting them in good stead. But there's no reason why the Demons aren't able to do that.
Down, Thompson had the fly. Still they go. Johnston, loose man. Bruce for goal number 3. Melbourne march on, the lead now 40 points.
Well, Jared, it's okay to go looking for the ball when your team's got the ascendancy, but right at the moment, the Demons comprehensively beating the Blues just about in all departments of the game, and you just can't afford to give a player who's already kicked 2 in the first quarter, Cameron Bruce, any space, but also Aaron Davey. That kick was directed to him, mightn't have got it, but Matthew Lappin probably would be better served right at the moment. Shut up shop, as would the other Carlton defenders. Make sure that they just turn this into a bun fight for the remainder of this second quarter.
Heffernan goes short. Robertson.
David, hold.
We might get KB and Bobby Davis to talk about it on Grumpy Old Men Wednesday. Robertson going long. Coming out Bruce. Strong hands. And he's going to line up for his 4th goal. Nothing's changed, Wayne.
No, nothing's changed. Might have got fractionally worse for Carlton if it possibly could, but that's a terrific strong mark by Cameron Bruce. Already has 3 for the afternoon. And I suppose that's the luxury, the performance of this side. He has been rotating through the midfield, but he's played predominantly so far up forward.
You're right behind the kick, and it's right through the middle. Bruce, 4 goals.
Well, it was a pretty average build-up. Melbourne just sneaking the ball forward, doing their best to avoid the witches' hats that are starting to grow out there at this present stage. Just take us through those figures. That was at
1897 round 5. Melbourne won 107 to 26.
The margin?
81 points.
That's certainly within reach.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. 67 right now. Neil looking excited. The Reverend. Carroll for Heffernan. Through the wing. Now he's targeted the space where he wanted Robertson to run to. Thought was waiting there. Bannister throws it out. And called.
Jack Davey
Can line up for goal number 3 or play on. Green, silky skills. Brad Green goes for it. Hooks the kick behind.
And just getting back to Dennis Pagan in his match committee, he would have come here with a fair amount of confidence after last week's performance, Jared.
Yeah. Well, last week, oh, that is a good little give. Last week, they knocked off one of the best midfields in the game. And this week, they have just been completely obliterated by a very good team.
Walker's 13th possession off to Teague. Oh, big fly, Whelan. Going through Lappin went without it. Whelan, Robertson. Look at them queue up now. Thompson. Will he think about a shot at goal? Loads it up from 55. All the way to the square. Bruce takes the mark. Will turn around and kick his 5th goal. The onslaught continues.
Well, here's the class of the Melbourne forward line. They've got the brute strength of Neitz. They've got the workman-like abilities of Ben Holland, but he just gives the genuine polish. The excitement, of course, is provided by Aaron Davey, the youngster. And, well, Brad Miller is just another kid that's working his way into some good form. He's dropped out, but you throw him and Green up there into that forward line. Polish on either side of the body. And the beauty of Cameron Bruce is he can play at centre-half back just as efficiently.
Godfrey, Norman the good pressure. Here's a go, though, for the Demons now. Miller to Heffernan, to Bruce, lining up for another one. The margin, beyond the 100. Bruce Almighty indeed. He's kicked 6. Demons have kicked 24. And now the next record, they're 1 point shy of their all-time best ever score against Carlton. They've been meeting since 1897.
Well, they've done that all afternoon. It's just winning around the stoppages, clean possession. Cameron Bruce has had a great afternoon, but Jared, just impressed. Two or three quick steps, great finish.
It's quality, isn't he? It's a quality finisher. I'm with you on that. But, you know, that was one where he should have stayed out of it and gone for a crumb. And he's going to get a lot more return if he does.
Armstrong shorts it. Here's Robertson at ground level. Good pick-up. Swings onto the right. Passes it off to Bruce. File that in the archives. Robbo from 50 passes to a man in hot form. Well done, Russell. And Cameron Bruce lining up for number 7.
There's his value.
Well, that's more importantly. Just your bread and butter's on the ground. He's one of those freakish players who can take the mark of the year, mark of the century, but get your bread and butter sorted out before you go for the cream.
Bruce's 7th signifies Melbourne's highest ever score against their old rival. 25-10, 160. It's bingo for the Demons this afternoon.
Good stuff from Russell Robertson. Really smart play. Got it up, looked up, didn't blaze away. And just terrific team effort.
And the margin is 111.